Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Breaking the Silence, where you can unleash your inner voice and advertise your business, product, or services. Every appearance, I will recognize a business, product, or service. So if you're interested in being in the Breaking the Silence podcast spotlight, please reach out to me via email at unleashyourinnervoice@gmail.com. So before I introduce today's guest, let me penetrate your mind with a Black History fact. Do you know who is responsible for us having call waiting and caller ID and touch tone phones? Well, a lady named Dr. Shirley Jackson led us to these developments, including the portable fax machine and making long distance calls more clearer. This is something I did not know until I did a little bit of research. I guess you learn something new every day. Well, let's get to the reason why we're here. Today's guest is someone I have been knowing since we were kids. We attended the same schools and graduated together. Class of 98, stand up. Jameek is a dedicated mortgage loan officer with a passion for helping individuals, businesses achieve their financial goals. He was born and raised in a small tobacco town known as Mullins, South Carolina, about 50 miles west of Myrtle Beach, for those of you that don't know where that is. It was there that he learned the importance of God, family, community, and education, as well as the value of hard work and a dollar. He wasn't born into wealth. It actually was the complete opposite. He remembers working odd jobs from the time he was young. His family didn't have much, but what they did have, they took care of it and stuck together. He excelled throughout grade school and had academic scholarship opportunities all over the country. Y'all, he was smart in school, very smart. He graduated from Clemson University and became a certified nuclear medicine technologist. He went on to work over 17 years in healthcare at McLeod Regional Medical Center in Florence, South Carolina. He always had a deep passion to help and serve the people of the community. And that passion was fostered through healthcare. Hence the lone MD. Eventually, his marriage ended in divorce, and he found himself rebuilding his life as well as his credit. He worked hard to gain knowledge of credit repair and various loan products and lending practices that would benefit him. From life experience, he realized real estate was one of the greatest ways to build wealth. He sat down, set goals, and got to work, learning more about various roles and opportunities in real estate. After securing his first multi-family property, he was hooked. Real estate was his passion, and he decided to embark on a journey to help others as a mortgage loan officer. This allowed him to continue his passion while bringing a much-needed service to the people of the community. The same community that poured into him and gave him the solid morals and foundation to build upon. This was his opportunity to give back in his own backyard by teaching wealth, building, and home ownership to the people he grew up with and their kids. He looks forward to teaching and helping as many families reach their goals by providing personalized financial solutions. Now, outside of the office, he enjoys traveling, spending time with family, and continuously expanding his knowledge to better serve his clients. He believes in building long-lasting relationships as a trusted financial partner for clients on their journey towards financial success. I am beyond excited about conversing with him and learning more information about his journey as the lone MD. We got to find out what that's all about. So everyone, please welcome my classmate, 98, stand up to the stage.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. I'm wonderful. Thank you for the beautiful introduction. And I just feel blessed to be here.
You're welcome. You're welcome. It's a really good seeing you after a long 30 years. I haven't seen you since high school.
Yeah, it's been that long. Time flies.
I know, right? We're old. We're the old people now.
Yeah, that's the truth. That's the truth.
So
But
tell me,
you're only as old as you feel.
exactly. So tell me, how did everything start for you as the journey as a loan officer?
Well, exactly like you said in the intro. I always loved real estate. Always had the goal of dwelling into real estate, more so with rental properties. And just never had the opportunity, with kids and family, things of that nature, that takes precedent. So I worked for a while, ended up going through my divorce, and saw it as a new opportunity to make a new start, reinvent myself, as I might say. So what I did was I went and got my mortgage loan license. Once I got my license, I had to kind of vet to see who I could work with, find me a person that I would be more in tune with, my personality. And I think people don't realize, once you step into a new career, they think, okay, well, hey, if I get licensed, I'm gonna be ready to get out here and work and make this money. That's only half the part. You really have to decide where you want to work, make sure that you can gel with those personalities. And that's what I had to do. I end up buying a property over in Columbia. Decided I wanted to start over. I bought a multifamily property. It was a duplex. So started researching, and I found property over in West Columbia that I loved. It needed a lot of work.
Hmm.
And I knew it wouldn't pass FHA. So I started reading up on FHA requirements, which there are a lot of requirements for FHA that the average person just doesn't know. And as far as peeling paint, um, roofs, cracks, foundation, everything, the works. They look at it all with a home inspection. So what I did was I went ahead and got the home inspection to see what the property actually needed. And once I found out, the repairs that it needed in order to pass an FHA, I looked into getting a FHA construction loan. A lot of people don't know about those. They're called 203K. I
Exactly.
ended up getting the 203K loan. And what it allowed me to do was I could go in there and I could fix up the property. And I went in there, remodeled it, ripped the carpet out. I actually had to get a contractor. Contractor has to be vetted by the lender. Had a great contractor over there in Columbia. I wish I could bottle him up and bring him over to Marion County. I mean, he does great work, but the best contractors stay busy. Shout out to Wade. But he has plenty of work in the Columbia area and he stays busy. But nonetheless, we got the work done, put a new roof on the property. I actually went in myself and did a lot of work. Um, Put in the floors myself. Yeah. Me and my family member, we went in and kind of gutted the place pretty good, put some paint on, just reinvented it, made it look good again. And gutted the bathroom, the kitchen, redid all of that, new appliances. And the place is making money now. Long story short.
So
Yeah.
you fixed it up and you sold it?
No. I'm sorry. I fixed it up and I actually Airbnb'd it because I'm between places right now. A lot of times I'm in Florence and a lot of times I'm in Columbia. So I'm back and forth between the two. So when I wasn't in Columbia, I decided to go ahead and Airbnb the property, which is a whole nother branch of real estate. Airbnb money, rental income. And that's considered short-term rental income. So with the short-term rental income, it did really well. I had the property on the other side that I long-term lease. So I got a great tenant over there. She's always on time. And I think that's a big, major, you know, portion that people need to really think about when looking to be a landlord. You want to make sure you get a good tenant in there. And I have to say, she's been a tremendous part of my success because she pays on time. She keeps the property immaculate, and I love that about her. But that's my long-term tenant. Then on the other side, like I said, I was Airbnb and it became very successful. Stayed booked. I actually got tired of sending the maids in so frequently to clean it.
But
So
you was making
because of
that
that,
money though.
yeah, yeah, I got to get that money, and it was turning. But it just was a little much, especially with me doing the loans. Still working at the hospital. I do a little contract work. So normally I'm busy 7 days a week, but I like to be pretty hands on. So what I did was I end up extending. A friend of mine told me about Furnish Finder. And Furnish Finder, that's a website that they short-term lease properties. And so I started short-term leasing the property for 3 months at the time. And I actually found a young lady. She was a nuclear professional, and just like myself. And she was new to the field. So what she did was she needed some place to stay. She took a contract job over at Lexington Medical. And I was like, yeah, I got a place that you can stay in. I'll be in Florence working and around the Sumter area. So that, while you're there, you can stay at my place. And she rented it out. And if you know anything about travel, travelers get paid a nice stipend.
Right.
Right, that part. So, so the rest is history. She paid pretty much my entire mortgage. Yeah, just from that side. The other side was total profit. So at that point, I was hooked. I love it. I love multifamily. That's my niche. That's what I love to do. Looking to build some quads eventually, and that's what I'm working on. Trimming the fat. I actually got some people I'm working with to design them, and got my blueprints now, and I'm about ready to start the builds. Yeah, yeah. So I'm excited about that. But real estate has been wonderful to me. I mean, it's an opportunity to gain equity. It's an opportunity to leverage what you do have, to buy more property. It's a tax write-off for depreciation. It's a win-win-win. You know what I'm saying?
Win all the way around.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. God is good. And I just want the people around me to understand that, I know we hadn't talked much about the loan side of things other than 203K, but I have been doing loans for a small brokerage, and it's called Mr. Mortgage out of Columbia, based out of Columbia. And where we get loansapproved.com, but it's totally automated for the most part. You go to my website, www.theloanmd.florify.com, and you can fill out your application. And from there, I can start making other people achieve the same dream that I have, and they can really get to the money because there's people coming into town from all around other cities. They all come into our area. They come into South Carolina, and South Carolina had the fastest population growth this year. Over 1% population growth this year. Yeah, yeah. So that's the fastest growth in any of the states.
Wow.
So people definitely flocking here. Our tax is low, and they see the opportunity. Industry starting to come here. So it won't be long that these other people, they're going to come in, they're going to buy up this property. The people who renting, they're going to raise your rent. So you're
You
going to go
know
from,
it.
yeah, yeah. People sitting around here and they talking about, look, I got $500, $600 a month rent, but how long is that really going to last? It won't be long before, people looking for you to pay $1,000 plus. And if you're going to pay $1,000 plus in rent, you may as well be buying. Yeah.
Exactly. That's a lot. That's a lot of money. Pay $1,000 and you renting from somebody. You might as well get your own.
I'm telling you. But that's definitely where we headed. I think people just kind of got so comfortable with the way things have been here in this state, and I don't think they honestly prepared for the change that's about to come.
They haven't. They haven't. So,
Yeah.
what? After being in the medical field for 17 years, why did you just change careers? Like, what made you change this that swiftly?
The thing about me, I've always done a little bit of everything. I had a trucking business. I had 3 trucks on the road. I had the nuclear going, and I just stayed busy. Uh, I think once I went through the divorce and got rid of my trucks, I just needed to really focus on something new, something to kind of keep me distracted. But the trucks were always my plan to buy real estate. It was just using trucking money to buy real estate was the goal. And so it
Right.
was always to get to the real estate. I can't say that multifamily is what I had my eye on, but now multifamily just makes so much sense to me. And reason being, you got one roof, but you got several different tenants all
Right.
under one roof to maintain.
More
So it's a
income.
lot more, yeah, a lot more cost effective. So, some people want this 3,000 square foot house, but you buy that 3,000 square foot house and I can make 4 apartments out of that, you know? And, and it just makes sense to me. Yeah, the revenue. But to each his own.
I get it. I get it. So
Yeah.
how did you get the name the loan guy, the loan MD? How did you get that name?
The loan MD came to me one night. I was just trying to figure out, everybody has a handle for the most part. If you're in real estate, most people have a handle. I don't care if it's I don't care what it is, it's just whatever you come up with. And for me, I wanted something that described me best. And I've always been given to people. I've always been in the medical field. My aspiration was always to be a doctor. I started having kids before that, kind of put the carriage before the horse. But you live and you learn. But the way I see things now is, I was like, well, I can still be that doctor, and I can prescribe loans for people. And so, hence the name, the Loan MD.
Awesome. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me about the budget book. What is that all about?
The budget book is what I came up with because I ran into the issue of so many people are just afraid to buy. And I couldn't understand why. I thought like everyone would be excited to buy. To be honest with you, Nikki, like when I came out and after my divorce, my credit was wrecked. I had to really pick up the pieces, put stuff together. I felt beat up, battered, all of that. And when you out of the mud, you just know you just got to get up and keep going.
That's it. We built that
Yeah,
way.
yeah. So I said, well, let me put this back together and let me figure this out. So I got myself back up and I got that first property. I was thrilled. I was excited. So I figured, you know what? Let me go out and help somebody else. Even if I can help one other person, let me see if I can help somebody else. And the guy that helped me was DC Terry get my first property after that. And decided to go work with him. Very laid back, passionate guy, definitely for the people. And he works hard for the people, dedicates his life to them. And when I say that for the people, I mean the people who have the credit scores that's suffering. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of loan officers won't deal with you if your credit score ain't above a 620.
You know it.
You can't even get a conventional loan if your credit score below a 640. And then you still won't like the rate. If that makes sense. But yeah, you definitely want to keep your credit score up. It's hard for us to keep our credit score up. So when you find somebody who will fight for you and get you approved, and you looking at a 580 credit score, that's an uphill battle. I'm gonna be honest with you, but it can
Wow,
be done.
but I
Yeah,
thought like when you're buying like your first home, buyer, that 580 is acceptable to buy. Is that not true?
that 580 is acceptable to buy, but it's an uphill battle. A
Hmm.
lot of people don't want to put in that work. Like what I mean by that is, okay, if you go to some of these other loan officers and they pull your credit and it comes back, and let's say you at a 619 or 620, they may not want to deal with you because they need to boost your credit a little bit in order to get your rate or to get you approved. So if there's some flaws on your credit, it's easier for them to go ahead and push you to the side of the table and to take this person in who's already credit ready, money in the bank, cash reserves, and ready to do business. You see what I'm saying? Now, if you come in there with a 620 credit score and you got 20 grand in the bank, okay, we got some compensating factors then.
Right, money
Things
talk.
change, right? Money talks. So when you do that, of course, you got more leverage. You got more buying power, and they may be willing to help you. But believe me, there's some people out there that don't even want to help you with that. I mean, they only want the people who already got the money and ready to buy. So many different types of loans out here, to utilize. And when you're trying to put food on your table, a lot of people want the easy money, because they're trying to get the food on the table. Yeah,
Exactly, commission.
that's commission based. So they ain't really trying to work with you. Your credit needs some work, and I got to put 3 or 4 months into your credit score, working with you and calling you and making sure you on your budget. And hey, you ain't spending money at Walmart. Get out of Walmart. Don't buy that new car. Hey, I know you ain't buying nothing. Don't use that credit card. You got to do all of that and stay on people. That's a lot. That take dedication.
It does. It does.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
And I don't think people even realize the half, that comes with that. But people want a lot, but they don't necessarily want to, make the sacrifice to get what they want.
Right. Right. Exactly.
Right.
So what do you think what are the steps of purchasing a home? Like what do people need in order to land that deal of saying, oh, I bought my first house?
Well, first off, you need to find out, are you credit worthy? So you need to log on, go to my website and apply, get your credit pool. I don't know why people think they can get a house without getting their credit pool. But yeah, we have to pull your credit. So once we pull your credit, I can see how credit worthy you are. We can see what your credit scores are. We pull from 3 credit unions, Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. And once we look at your high middle score, that's the score that we use for your mortgage score. You
What's
know,
the difference in the high what's the difference in the high middle score? What is that?
basically, it's your middle score. So let's say, for example, TransUnion, you got a 605, and let's say Equifax, you got a 700, and Experian, you got a 720. We're gonna use the 700 from Equifax. Yeah, that's how that works. So you use the highest middle score.
Okay. That's interesting. I never knew that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's how
So
that works. And then based on that score, that can determine the best loan product for you once I see your debt and your assets. So if you got, student loan debt. I have to take that in consideration. And that's going to be a percentage that we have to apply towards your debt. So that's going to reduce your buying power for a home because now I have to account for that student loan payment. Mm-hmm.
That's
And
bad because a lot of people out here have student loans. So you
yeah.
telling me they're not going to be able to get a house because of that student loan, or it's
No,
going
I'm
to
not
make it
saying they
harder?
can't. It can make things a little harder. We have to, calculate it, but it doesn't prevent you from getting a house. But I think that's what people get so tied up in mentally that it's gonna stop them. And it doesn't per se stop them, but we definitely have to factor it in. Because it's a lot of people walking around here saying, hey, I ain't paying that loan back. They should have got that off top. They ain't getting that now. But yeah, we have to factor it in. So it can reduce your buying power. It's just the way it is. But it doesn't stop you from getting a home. And you need to be current on it. You can't be in default. Once you default on these loans, I mean these government loans, that's what's gonna put a halt. Then you're gonna
Right.
have to go and call these people up and set up a payment plan. So it's best to set up your income driven payment plan or some kind of payment plan that fits your budget. And they're getting pretty creative with these payment plans now.
Yeah, they don't require a whole lot to pay, on these payment plans, so it's manageable if you just call them. I mean, I do agree to that.
Right, right. And I suggest, everybody call their debtors and keep their credit looking good because it's only going to hurt your credit. And most of these debtors, like you said, they're willing to work with you. If you
Exactly.
call them up and let them know your situation or you got a hardship or whatever the case is, express that to them. And they usually 9 times out of 10 want to work with you because it costs them more to go after you in court.
Exactly. Exactly. They want to save money.
Right, right, right. And they want to put that money in their pocket.
Right. So have you thought about doing like hosting a workshop to educate people about purchasing a home and like things they may need to do in order to purchase it?
Yeah, definitely that's the goal. Uh, to have more workshops. I've just been so busy lately, with real estate and diving in and getting pulled in so many different directions. But that's why I came up with the book, the budget book. I figured the budget book will help people prepare for that. It will educate them without them per se having to sit in a workshop. Because we had a workshop over in Mullins, and usually these workshops honestly don't have big turnouts. Yeah.
Probably
Yeah.
because they have to pay for it, right?
Well, no, they're usually free.
That's
Yeah.
the worst part.
Yeah, they're usually free. We just don't show up to them is the issue. But they can be very educational, like especially with Marion County being a USDA area, you can get a property over there 100% financing. And what I mean by that, you really don't have to have much in your bank account to get the property. The hang up is your debt to income ratio. You can't have much debt.
I knew it was
But
a
if you
catch
can stay out
somewhere.
of debt, you can get in a house over there. I mean, all of Marion County is USDA financing. So if you're making some money, you don't have much debt, you need to be trying to buy your house over there.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, that's just the truth of it. But a lot of people don't come out to these workshops because, I guess they caught up in living life and doing what they do at the time. It's not many people focused on building generational wealth.
Right.
And that's why we all out here pushing for them. That's why you here on your podcast, opening eyes. That's why I'm here to help. You know, we gotta wake our generation up
We
and let
do.
them.
We do. We
Yeah,
do because we have our kids that we're trying to pass things down to, and we gotta get right. I mean, and a lot of times people just don't know the information.
Yeah, a
So
lot of people don't know the information. And, I tell my son too, if you don't know, at least have the initiative to get out here and look for the information. A lot of times they won't even get up to look for the information.
exactly. I mean, my son, I was so proud when he actually went, instead of renting something, he actually buying a house now. So he's
Well,
been a
he's
homeowner.
congratulations. Yeah,
Yeah, about 2 years now. He's been a homeowner.
that is wonderful. Where is he buying at?
He's buying,
In the area?
We live in North Carolina, so he bought one in North Carolina.
Oh, that is wonderful. Yeah, congratulations to him. Big ups to him.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Right.
I love to see the young people really stepping out here on faith, and it is a walk of faith. It's
It
not
is.
easy. I'm sure he can attest to that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And then when you get out there in your own, life gets real. Life will eat you up if you let it.
It really will. It really will. And I want our young people to be prepared for it. And if you do own that home, at least you got some kind of equity. You building some kind of generational wealth that you can borrow against. Versus you pay that rent. Ain't nothing owed to you that ain't coming back to you.
Exactly.
That money gone every month. It's gone.
Gone every first of the month.
Every first of the month. So hey, that's what it's about. That's what it's about.
As we wrap up our conversation today, Jimmy, tell me how people can contact you. Give a good shout out where they can contact you. They can get information. They can buy a home or whatever they need.
Well, I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook, Messenger, however you need to contact me. My phone number is 843-396-1330. For the people who didn't hear that, that was 843-396-1330. Shoot me a text, give me a call. I'm always here, willing and ready to help. You can also reach me at www.theloanemd.florify.com. Fill out the application, or you can reach me by email at Jameek@wegetloansapproved.com.
Awesome. Well, Jimmy, it definitely was a pleasure conversing with you today. Classmate, 98 stand up. It was
Hey, well, thank you for having me. It was a blessing to be here. I really enjoyed it, and I hope this helps someone.
Thank you. I wish you
And big
nothing
ups
but
to you on your work.
thank you. I wish you nothing but success.
Hey, likewise, we needed this in the community.
I'm telling you, and I know
And it's
everything
long
that you
overdue.
everything
I'm
that you
so
touch, I
proud
know
of
it's
you.
gonna be blessed. Thank you.
Yes, sister.
So if you're looking to purchase a home, the Loan MD is the one to call on. Thank you so much for tuning into another episode of Breaking the Silence. Please make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, Breaking the Silence, for updates, snippets, full episodes, and more. So tune in to the next episode and let's break the silence together.
Wasted too much time. Now I'm here and crying. I don't think he's coming back. Been around the world and
Hey, yo, Sway, you desperate for greatness, bro.